Circle. So we're with the loose girls again. We're going to be talking about our little review, a spoiler review about the Us movie.
But it was just some parts of the movie I was like, that was dumb. Like, some, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but some of the parts I was like, okay.
Classic Jordan. Classic Jordan.
Yeah. But for example, like what would have been?
Okay, so one part was the part when they went to the you know how she has the friends and they have the twin daughters?
Yeah.
But when they were showing it on the house and she's like, oh, I hear something outside. Like the whole acting there was just
Okay. I
it was parts in the movie.
it was kind of like
quirky. I think he tried to give it a quirky feel.
Corny. That's
that was corny.
There's a corny part, but I think he did that on purpose.
He did it on
try to give the corniness on purpose.
Maybe.
Because the thing that does for you is you can't get comfortable. You can't get comfortable because you're like, okay, when is the jump gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? So you're sitting there and you're like, okay, there's funny parts. I gotta like not get scared of the part that jumps. So you cannot get comfortable as long as it's like jokes. You're just like, okay, when is the part where they're gonna jump out on you? You know? So I feel like I couldn't get comfortable. Like I really had to. Like I was here, like okay, I don't want nothing jumping out at me or whatever like that. So I couldn't get comfortable.
And another part was the part where she came out, like when they hit the little girl, when the daughter was driving and they hit the little girl and she came out the car to go and look for the little girl in the bushes.
Like why
in the car?
But you know what? There's I noticed that there was reason for everything she was doing.
She wanted to be assured.
But like we seen in the end of the movie, she was one of them. So she wasn't as scared as we would have been. Remember?
That's true.
They talked about how they cloned them, but they couldn't clone the soul part. See, I would have been gone.
Even the part when she was looking at the little girl inside the woods and the little girl was like ripping at her.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That part was.
But she didn't kill her also because
she was like her daughter. You can't just go kill your own kid.
But I'm saying, like, she was one of them, so she was calm. Like nobody would in their real life would go out and look for her. So when she was looking at the little girl, she was calm. She was like, whatever. But I was like, who does that? But I didn't know. You don't know.
Yeah, at that point, you don't know she's one of them. So you're like, why the hell are you doing?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, what are you doing?
But she kind of wanted to make sure she was
dead.
But still, then I was thinking about the mom. I was like, well, what?
Yeah.
They call her Red. I was like, what if Red
and the little boy
comes out here? They can come out, but I guess she doesn't have like the fear that
most people will have.
She built the
fear, but
that was learned. I feel like that type of fear was learned. Because if you see the rest of them, they don't have that type of fear. They don't even fear dying.
Yeah, they don't.
So her fear was kind of learned when she left there and came up to the surface. It was kind of certain things she had to kind of learn. Let's just start from the beginning. The very first beginning is she's
watching with her parents. No, she's watching TV, and they're talking about the Hands Across America,
which is a real organization.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a real organization, or I didn't know it was a real event that happened. But it actually was because I looked at stock photos and stuff like that, and I already seen some where he got some of the images
because the twins that were like flipping on the sand.
They had twins.
And back in the days
at the Hands Across America, there was twins on the beach in a handstand.
Just like in his movie.
Just like in the movie, how those twins keep going on handstands.
They keep flipping.
Yeah. So I was like, he got that from that stock photo of those twin girls. They had the same thing on, and they were on a handstand during that Hands Across America. And then there was another picture where it had a ballerina And the ballerina had a little white tutu on,
Just like her.
She was in her ballerina pose for the Hands Across America, and I was like, damn.
But that a lot of people didn't really get the movie. Like I seen some reviews of people who were like, I didn't like that movie, and I went to the good movie theaters to pay that good money, and I didn't like the video. The movie, but the thing is, they didn't understand it. They didn't understand.
The part that throws a lot of people off is the beginning of the movie. This black family that are so-called like they have money, they're rich enough to live in this certain part of town, and they have this what we'll call white little way that they speak. They were not expecting that. A lot of people were expecting like stereotypical black
people. Yeah, because this guy was even like, I don't know no black people like that. But we know black people like talking like they're just not the stereotypical black people. So there's different black people in the world. So I think that kind of threw people off. But if you would have said that they were ghetto, that people would have been like, stereotypes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you can't win. You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna keep on finding some reason. And I feel like it was refreshing. I'd like to see a black family that they don't never show these type of black people, you know, affluence, if they want to call them that, which they really weren't. Like, because the houses and everything that they had were like
different than
way less and cheaper than what the white families and stuff like that had. He said he made this movie with the thought that the audience were smart. That's why he made the movie. So basically, everybody who's saying they couldn't understand it, they couldn't watch it or whatever like that, are not smart.
Or not to say that they're not smart, but they just can't understand his level of what he's trying to do. But take it in how it was called. Find yourself.
Find yourself.
Find yourself. The name of the place that she walked into.
Find yourself.
So my thing was, we know there was an experiment they were doing down there, and they abandoned the experiment. So did they abandon the experiment and then put that place on top of there because people were actually going in there? And when you go in there, your tethered walks up with you because they follow you. So they were actually going in there and seeing themselves.
But they don't.
And they thought it was She did something wrong.
That she was the little girl was on.
But we only know about her though. Some others tethers could have took others, but then we never seen that.
Yeah, but this is about this.
I feel like there's gonna be a number 2 because the way it ended, it was like
it wasn't that.
So they abandoned the people down there and then put a little place over and find yourself because we'll put them in like a circus thing.
And generations and generations.
So you think you're looking in the mirror and then that tether actually moves and stuff. And you're like, oh grandma, I went in there, it was wild, you know, it actually moved. But you don't understand that that's you. So they abandoned it and put them there like, okay, we'll just put them in this thing. The reason why when she came up there she couldn't talk is because she wasn't herself.
Because they never talked down there.
That's why they say put her in dance and everything like that and let her draw and then, you know, it'll bring her up. But the thing is, when she was up there dancing, Red was actually down there dancing as well. So the reason why the tether thought like, okay, she could be our Messiah is because they seen her dance and they knew she was different. They just knew something was different about her. Of course, she probably was talking a little bit. And they knew something was different about her. So they were like, okay, we're going to use her.
Like she's the savior.
She's the savior. So that was the whole savior thing when it came to that.
And that's really what's happening right now. A lot of places you're seeing the people who are low class down here, whatever you want to call them, they're coming up and they're doing big things. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to take the life back. They're trying to have what you had. Like that sign that I keep seeing that the only thing that's going to be available to eat is going to be the rich in one day. And you see what I'm saying? So those people come up and they're just like, I'm done living this life. I'm done being stepped on. I'm done being up underneath somebody's thumb. I'm done being hidden. I'm done living this life down here. So now I got to come up there and I got to fight. I have to revolt. That sounds like even the slaves were revolting back in the days. They had to revolt because that's the only way that they could live a good life. You want what they have, you got to go and take it. You see what I'm saying? So I think it had like so much. And another thing is, even the people being down there in the basement or wherever the tunnels where they are, that shows how America and other places like to hide things away for people so people can't see. You know what I'm saying? So they can look good on the outside, like, you know, like Stepford Wives. Oh my God, we're so perfect. But really down in their dungeons and their basements, there's so much vile history down there that if it ever comes out,
it'll be shot.
It'll kill someone. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. So that's what I got from that.
I remember those two twins when they came and they were like, your brother's weird because he's building tunnels and stuff.
But I feel like she was low key afraid to go there because she thought the same thing might end up happening to her kids.
Yeah.
When the little boy went missing, she got so scared.
I think, I'm sorry, I just thought about it, but I think that the child was, the boy was building tunnels like how dogs or animals build tunnels. And that was another way that his tether got that animal way to him. Because he got the animal way because he's always wearing the little animal mask on his face like Chewbacca. And he loves animals, he wants pets and all this type of stuff. And then he's digging tunnels. So I feel like maybe it took on this animal type of way. Like his tether took on the animal type of way because he's always...
Or maybe when you're closer to them, like where they are, you kind of...
Of course, you get more power.
Yeah, and even the little twin he had was acting like an animal himself. He was acting like a dog.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, maybe that's why he acts like that. Because of all the stuff that the tether on top does. Like he's always wearing a mask, an animal mask, a Chewbacca mask.
Yeah, the same thing like his...
You know what I'm saying? He's digging tunnels. The problem with people and Gabe. People are just like, oh, Gabe is so worthless. Gabe is so this. Gabe is so that. Winston Duke was not good in this. Listen, Winston Duke was not good in this movie or whatever like that, right?
People said he shouldn't even have been
people
in it.
keep forgetting that he has a tether. Y'all ain't looking at the tether. He's playing two people. Y'all keep only thinking about Gabe. What about Abraham?
No, I think he played the characters good. Okay, he played the characters good. But the husband, like when it came to his character as playing the husband was kind of like, I know he fought off himself.
You guys are saying worthless. He killed the men.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He
both
fought off himself and he fought off, but at the same time, like
and he was injured. He was injured from the beginning, and he fought himself.
He got injured,
and he can go.
Because before he got injured, he went out there. His wife is telling him, "Don't go out there."
He rushed back in there. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. And then when he came back in the house,
you gotta think sometimes. You can't just go out there and attack immediately. You go out there first. You gotta be like, okay, blah blah blah. Okay, they're not getting scared. Okay, I'm coming back. Now I'm gonna do this. And then he seen that they scattered. And he was like,
before you go out there, you shouldn't even go out there. You should lock up everything in your house so they won't.
But then then people are gonna be like, oh, he wasn't a man. A man.
But what was the point of him going out there and even talking to them for?
Because he thought he was a star.
Because you would tell people to get off your line.
He thought
in the dark. I'm turning on the lights. I'm trying to see who the hell you are.
But then
the movie would have.
He's more a man than us.
Yeah, so I would have behind him, but he went his ass out there.
But the people,
I don't know. There's some of the stuff that he was doing in the movie. I was like,
the killers know the house better than they do practically because they know where the keys was to get.
Yeah, because it's her house.
It's her house.
That's been there for years since she was a
That's
little
what
kid.
I'm saying. So I'm saying practically if they stayed in the house and locked up all the doors, they would have still got in. So they knew the house.
Yeah, they would have gotten through the window.
They didn't know that.
They had a whole bunch of glass windows. Like, come on.
Yeah, they were gonna get in there anyway. So he probably was trying to go out there.
But it just goes to show the masculinity, like how people are like, oh, this person is more masculine and this person is more masculine. And as I said, I'm glad they showed this role because every man in the world is not like that. They're not. You can't expect for everybody to take up the slack just because he's a man and say, oh, he's gonna take up the slack or whatever. He didn't have a gun.
But I think they did that for comedy. Like for him to act that way, I think they just did it for laughter.
But he played Jordan Peele.
Yeah,
I think
he did. He was Jordan Peele.
If that's Jordan Peele. Watch the movie correctly. The glasses,
the way he talks, the way he moves. That's Jordan Peele.
Yeah, no, but that's how he really.
That's how Jordan Peele is.
It's okay, but I think it was still.
I'm not saying that he's a bad actor. I'm just saying
he could have done a better job.
No, I'm not saying that he could have done a better.
I think he did his
best.
Because
that's how he's supposed to act. Like in the movie, that's how he's supposed to act.
They asked him as
but I'm saying his character was a mess. Like the way he was acting some of the times in the movie, I was like,
the time when they got and he was dragging on the floor and the man was already in the house.
No, but even in the movie,
he was dragging on the floor.
He was dragging on the floor down the stairs and like
but the man hit him. No, but it's not only that.
Yeah, and the man hit him.
They hit him at the door when he was coming in. Remember, the guy took the bat. You didn't see that part?
Yeah, I did.
He took the bat. He hit his leg. That man is a tether. He hits hard.
Yeah, he's
so
a
he
bit
hits
harder
legs
than
with the
him.
back. So when he comes in the living room, he's still trying to bargain with them.
Okay.
You can have my wallet. I have the boat. And the daughter goes, Dad, nobody wants your boat. And he's trying to and she's like, Gabe, trying to tell him like,
quiet.
Just be quiet. She's like, Gabe.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot.
She
in the
knew
movie, he looked
when
like
they
he
got
was
there.
not really taking things serious.
Another thing in this movie that I caught is that they were making a lot of black people do a lot of white stuff that white people do in movies.
Like
the little girl had like the whole thing with the that part when he fell over his head was stupid because that's mostly stuff that white people would like certain things
like Lupita coming out the car to see if the girl was dead.
That's white people stuff.
But no, there's black people. But y'all don't understand there's black people like that.
There's black people like
and even
that.
us. Let's just take us for if somebody sat down with us, like all four of us together, they'll be thinking like me and her are the ghetto ones and y'all
You guys are
because the way y'all talk and kind of like y'all.
Yeah, I know that. I know there's a lot of
There's a
black
lot
people
of
like that.
people that
But
are
at
like
the same time, there's a lot of black people that talk proper but won't do dumb shit.
Yeah,
Like
even the
that.
glasses thing was funny when Abraham took his glasses. He's like, oh, I could see.
Yeah.
Because the guy, remember they both can't see good.
So
he took his
so he
glasses
got
and then
glasses
he started
out.
being able to see clear. He was like,
It's like, look at all this privilege that he got. He gets to have glasses so he can see better and everything. You know what I'm saying?
But the reason
that's
why
how her
she-
tether was like that.
But the reason why she was in the mirror putting on lipstick is she just wanted, like I said, they feel like they got neck. So you get in a rich person's house, you in their jacuzzi like,
Putting
you
on
make
their
clubs,
shoes
you know?
and their clothes.
So it's just like she feels like, oh, I get lipstick when we didn't get
But
lipstick.
she wanted lipstick. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. She wanted to be like her tether because her tether had all the lipsticks, had
Yeah,
all
because even
the face
the
stuff
dad
and everything.
The dad, didn't he put on the robe?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to be
They
like
want
that.
to be like their tether.
But another thing that people did not realize is because they were like, oh, why didn't she kill? Because remember they dragged the mom in.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they
kill
kill
her?
the mom?
There's two
Because
reasons
she's
that I
gone red.
There's two reasons that I
Her and Red is
One and the same.
So either she's their Messiah or she looks like their Messiah, so she can't kill
Yeah.
her. And the next thing is that she knew that she was one of them. She knew that she was one of them. You see what I'm saying? So those are the two reasons why I think she didn't kill her. Because not the two reasons, but those are two reasons I think that each one
left
of them
her alive.
Yeah, that she left them alive or whatever.
But then wasn't the daughter Heather, wasn't she going to kill Lupita, like Adelaide's character? And that's why
When was she
Adelaide
gonna
killed
kill
her?
her?
no, because they locked her to the bed. They all had a chance. They all grabbed
No,
her.
but
in
remember the kitchen scene.
Oh,
She
the
went-
kitchen.
wasn't the twin.
I don't know if she
Heather
was
was
just gonna jump on her or something, but she hit her with the pot.
And then we also have the little boy with his face burned because he was playing with the fire.
The other boy is up there the whole time with his little.
And the one down there, he knew how to light the matches. So every time he lit the matches, he actually lit the matches, but he couldn't light the matches. So every time he was doing it, he was lighting a match, and he burnt his face. And that's why, he had to wear the mask now.
But he burnt his face, so he's kind of like, I feel like that little boy's connected with fire somehow. kinda
Yeah,
thing.
both of them love fire.
That fire thing didn't phase him.
Yeah, I think both of them like that outside animal type of living off the land type
Like
of way,
nature
nature
kind of
stuff.
thing.
That's why they're like that. They like fire, they like sand, they like water, they like everything that is nature, and that's why I think that the little boy was just so.
And Red didn't even kill the son though when she took it.
I don't think the little boy who went in the fire, I don't think he's dead. They probably made it seem like he's dead in this, but I don't think that little boy is dead. Like, especially if they come out with maybe a second one, I don't think he's gonna do that.
I feel like they might.
I don't think they're gonna come out with another one. I think this is gonna be the us, and that's it.
I feel like they might.
But what was the next
The way
step?
it ended, I feel like there might be a second one.
That's what I'm saying.
That's jacked
That's
up.
what I'm saying. Like, even when you went, like, when she took her son down there, it's like, why don't we kill her? Like, you're gonna make somebody kill you who practically already took over your life. It just doesn't make sense. You're gonna beat around the bush to, you have the opportunity, you got the person in
She
your
has
hand.
soul. You can't. Oh wait, why don't you kill the son?
No, the
thing,
her
red.
No,
Adelaide.
red.
Oh, because she did take the son out there. She didn't kill him.
It's just like,
She didn't even kill the son.
Yeah.
So I think she just took her to get her to come down there.
Me personally, I would not kill her son. I would want to kill her. You took your son didn't take me. You took
Well, she
me.
would. I mean, if Red didn't outsmart her, she would have killed her eventually. But she was doing too much. She was doing too much dance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was
But she thought she was a ballerina. She loved. Remember, she said, and think of it, if you have if you didn't, dance, I wouldn't have danced either. So she wouldn't, even when if she would have stayed at the surface, she would have never knew about that.
But I'm trying to figure out what was the whole point of you, if you weren't gonna end up killing her in the end, what was the point of you coming?
But she didn't know that she wasn't gonna kill her.
She didn't know that it was gonna happen.
She thought it was gonna kill them in that house.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm talking about Red. If you know, like, if you are coming back to try and kill the person who took your life, why, give them all this opportunity to run around and I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah.
That shit was weird. I don't know.
And how she just put on the shirt and she's like, and she just walked.
She was like,
out there.
This is a walk.
Yeah, she did a little walk. They don't ever put that little girl to talk to. I've never seen her talk yet. The one who played the little girl, I never see her in interviews.
Did she
see her anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean the one that was acting as
the one that acted as small lady.
I thought you meant in the movie. I was like, didn't she talk in the beginning of the movie?
And then how she
did. Yeah.
And then how she was like at the back of the car and she's like,
yeah, she was at the back
and it's like smiling.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got away with
like
it.
A little
you're never gonna find out.
I was like, this is some kind of movie.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Some kind of movie.
So a lot of people didn't. I thought I was gonna hear way more good reviews about it, but a lot of people.
No, but right now it's the #1 movie in the world.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
So then it can't be that.
I feel like
it can't be like.
No,
people who watched it. Most people who watched it liked it. That's why it's the #1 in the world.
I mean, people are going to see it.
People are gonna see it.
The people are going to see it.
No, but it's the #1 movie in the world because of the reviews, the critics. The
I understand what you're saying, but I heard a lot of people, and we've seen it on YouTube. A lot of people saying that they did.
But you know what? You know why a lot of people didn't like it as well is because not because they don't understand, but because the bad one survived and the good one didn't. And
No. It's a lot of them didn't understand. Like this guy, you should go on YouTube and see a few reviews of this, and people will be telling you something stupid. You're like, you didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
You didn't watch. You did not watch the same. You didn't go get your money back. You watched Buzz.
That's why a lot of people who don't understand this not gonna like it because they're probably like, I spent my money on the movie that I don't understand.
Like
so, but now they know not to go watch Jordan Peele movies because Jordan Peele movies are not for people who can't.
Go watch Captain America.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's for people who really like to watch movies and like to watch those movies that are who challenge their thought process and make them think. I like those.
Like he said, I
always play games while playing puzzles and stuff.
But I have a question. So if you had to, which one would you rather? This one, Us, or Get Out?
Like me and Tucker said, we feel like Get Out had more memorable lines, but
I like Us.
I think he's getting better.
Yeah, I think
he's getting really because people are still talking people cannot like when we came out of there, me and Tuff was just like
I know that movie was.
Me and Tuff sat up the whole.
Celebrity said they sat up for like 3 hours straight. Talking about the movie.
We were watching everything else. We watched.
That's what he wanted. That's what Jordan Peele. He actually did what he wanted. He wanted people to go out and talk about it and to watch it.
After we watched it,
it looks like they watched like 4 times.
After we watched it, because there was this girl, so we were in the line, and there was this girl behind us, and she's like, "Oh, this is my second time watching it because the first time I think I missed stuff, so I'm coming back to watch it again." So after the movie was over, we saw her, and she was like talking to some other people. So we went up to her, we're like, "So did you get it now?" Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Yeah, I got it." But she's like seeing how there's a lot of stuff that she didn't get. Still didn't really get.
After the movie, I was questioning Rosemary too. I'm like, what? So what? This she nailed it.
Even one of my friends was saying that her husband had to tell her that they switched. The girls switched because I don't know. She just didn't notice that. They switched with each other.
So even though she dragged her down there and tied her to the
you know what I'm talking about, girl. But at the same time, if you watch the whole movie, start from end, and you saw what happened at the end, how she dragged the little girl down there, and you still don't get the movie after, something's wrong.
Okay, but
we can't talk about that for it like that.
There's a few stuff in the movie that I wish they explained a little bit more. Like the whole thing with the parents, the amusement park thing, like with the parents don't.
I just think it would have took up too much time.
But they didn't have to have like a full story, but they could have had flashbacks. She was having not.
Well, you could tell. Y'all can't tell that he was just annoying the mom.
No, but I wish I don't know. I just wish they went into like a little bit more detail with some stuff.
Some people were like,
I don't think they went. I don't think they went.
Oh, they went too into the past trying to explain, and I was like, not to me. I
don't think they went enough. Like even with the whole experiment thing, how they were down in the bottom, I wish they kind of showed how it started, kind of thing.
But they told you that it was experiment.
But you know what?
No, I know they told, but I wish they would show, like they show how.
Nah, that movie would be too
No,
long.
but listen, Jordan Peele, the mindset that he has, he thinks that people notice stuff already.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't grow up knowing like they had experiments in China with rabbits and stuff like that, and they've been cloning people. We've been talking about clones since we were.
Yeah, we've been talking about clones
So
for years
it
and
just
years.
we kind of catch on quickly. Okay, we know they've been experimenting with clones. They never can clone the soul. Clones are always degenerate.
Mm-hmm.
They never could do what the actual person could do. So we kind of figured like, okay, but it would have been nice if he would have, for people who didn't know too much about cloning and the process, if he kind of would have broke down
The whole thing when she went down there before she killed her, they could have at least showed.
Yeah.
They should have showed the
And then kill, you know what
Also,
I'm
it's
saying?
about her, like with the stuff
Yeah,
that
like
she had
with
left,
or with the stuff that she went through, or
Yeah.
or Adelaide could have spoke a little bit more about her life that she had when she was down there before she took the little like.
Girl.
I don't know,
That was
something like that.
I mean, that
Yeah, like to show how they got how they
Even the
recreated
cloning, they could have shown like how they cloned
That's
the
what I'm
people at the
saying.
bottom.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, he did
It was
what he
good,
set out to do.
so-
What do y'all say? We think that we like
I liked it.
we like
I kind of like Get Out a little bit more.
A lot of
because
people.
because Get Out kind of shows you how people are nowadays, like especially
Us does the same thing. Us is,
No, but-
is like it talks
No,
about
but
Get Out.
most people like Get Out.
Yeah.
Get Out more.
Like
That
Get Out,
everybody was saying.
Get Out. A lot of people thought it was a comedy, but to some people they were like, "Oh shit!" Like like sit down there and they actually thought about it. Like
I only watched Get Out once.
you only
Yes,
watched.
And I understood
I
it.
saw it. Yeah,
I
I
understood
have
it
to
the
see
first
it
time.
again.
I understood it the first time. Like I was like, okay, that's that. I only watched it once. I don't know why.
But I like this
I
movie,
like
though.
Get Out.
I like.
But I only we went to the movies to watch Get Out. I
Yeah,
think.
we went to the movies to watch.
Yeah, we
both
went
of
to the
Jordan Peele's
theaters to
movies.
watch Get Out. Get Out was really good. It was really, really, really
Yeah, it was. But I had a feeling that whatever. We're not even talking about that.
But okay, to the last part that when it was ending and they were all inside the
Car?
the ambulance.
Okay.
And the mom and the boy was sitting in the front seat, and he was sitting there staring
Looking
at
at
her, and she was looking at him.
Trying to give him a
And then she smiled at him, and then he dropped the mask down.
'Cause
and
he
just
knows.
sat there with the rabbit inside his lap and was like,
Why you pick up that rabbit?
I think
He had a
likes
rabbit?
animals.
I know.
Wait,
Yeah, he
wait,
had a
wait,
rabbit.
He had a rabbit in his lap.
You seen the rabbit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was in
Did I
his
see
lap.
that? Probably
It was in his
I
lap.
didn't.
In his lap.
He just pulled down the helmet and then or the mask, and then the rabbit was in his lap, and he just looked forward because he was like, I guess this is what we're gonna have to do.
He knew something was off.
He knew something was off. He heard everything. He heard it in the same room with her.
And kill him.
And she was like, look at me.
And that little boy already,
I'm like,
I know, and that little boy already don't talk a lot. Like,
Yeah,
that's
he
why I
already-
said he kind of reminds me of her. Like,
Yeah.
And she did traumatize
But
him.
people
He
were
was like,
saying
that's
that they switched him too. And
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
thought
they didn't.
that's what I
switched
thought, but they
No, they didn't switch. I said in a year he would have turned. I said, how did the face get burned? In a year
Yeah,
he would have turned,
exactly.
I guess, to an animal. I was like,
We're gonna number the movie between 1 and 5. 5 being the best and 1 being the worst. So, what about you? What was your number for the movie?
oh yes, I love the movie. I think I'll give it like 4.5, something like that, around there, 4.5, like for that.
Yeah, I think it's giving it a 4
Yeah.
out of 5. So.
I'll give it a 4.
Well, I'll give it a 4.
4.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so guys, so this was it of our conversation about the Us movie with spoilers, and we had a good time with the Lewis sisters, and thank you for watching us. So don't forget to like, comment,
And subscribe.
later, guys.
Everything that you could face, I need.
Okay, first off, we're gonna start with what numbers people would give to people.
Okay.
Okay.
No, give it to me.
You gonna end this shit, guys.